which can be carried out for minimum 15 years, 15 days, and maximum time duration allotted for, minimum time duration allotted for is 30 hours. म्हणजे यामध्ये जो काही कोर्सेस तुम्ही डिझाईन करणार, ऍड ऑन कोर्स असो, ऍड ऑन कोर्स म्हणजे आपण जे काही नियमित BA, BCom, BSc, BBS ला, BBAच्या स्टुडंटला आपण जे काही शिकवतो याला सोडून वेगळा एक ऍड ऑन कोर्स, सर्टिफिकेट कोर्स, डिप्लोमा कोर्स आपण तयार करू शकतो, ज्याचा कमीत कमी ड्युरेशन 30 तासाचा असावा, ज्याला शिकवायला कमीत कमी 30 तास लागतील. तो मग आपण 8 दिवसामध्ये ठेवू शकतो, 15 दिवसामध्ये ठेवू शकतो. आणि असा कोर्स, सेम कोर्स आपण नंबर ऑफ टाइम्स इन 1 इयर ठेवू शकतो. म्हणजे एकापेक्षा जास्त, एकदा एका पहिल्या सेशन मध्ये किंवा 2 वेळा एका सेशन मध्ये, एका सेमिस्टर मध्ये ठेवला, नंतर आपण दुसऱ्या सेशन मध्ये, दुसऱ्या सेमिस्टर मध्ये सुद्धा ठेवला, तर आपले नंबर ऑफ बेनिफिशरीज यामुळे वाढतात. So number of students participated in this course compared to the total number of students will be increased, and so you can conduct this course, add-on course, certificate course like this. आता हा कोर्स डिझाईन करताना, डिझाईन केल्यानंतर याचं आपल्याला अप्रूव्हल घ्यायचं असतं. हे अप्रूव्हल घेताना आपण एकतर युनिव्हर्सिटीकडनं घेऊ शकतो किंवा युनिव्हर्सिटीचे काही कोर्सेस आहेत त्या प्रकारची लिस्ट विद्यापीठाने आपल्याला मागे दिली होती, त्यामधले कोर्सेस आपण सुद्धा आपल्या महाविद्यालयामध्ये रन करू शकतो. ते कोर्सेस विद्यापीठाने ऑलरेडी अप्रूव्ह केलेले आहेत. त्याही पलीकडे जाऊन आपला जर कुठला कोर्स मॉड्यूल करायचा असेल तर तशा प्रकारचा सिलेबस आपण तयार करावा आणि विद्यापीठाला पाठवायचा. विद्यापीठ तो कोर्स आपल्याला अप्रूव्ह करून देतं आणि मग त्याप्रमाणे तो कोर्स आपल्या महाविद्यालयामध्ये आपल्याला रन करता येतं. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस, एखादा कोर्स आपण आपल्या लेवलवरती तयार केला, त्याला रेकग्निशन म्हणून आपल्या महाविद्यालयाच्या गव्हर्निंग बॉडीकडनं, CDC कडनं, प्राचार्यांच्या सहीनं अशा कोर्सला आपण अप्रूव्ह करू शकतो आणि त्याचे सर्व डॉक्युमेंटरी इव्हेंट्स आपण NAACला दाखवू शकतो. आणि अशा प्रकारचे डॉक्युमेंट्स आपण डॉक्युमेंटरी इव्हेंट्स म्हणून जतन करून ठेवले पाहिजेत. तर अशा प्रकारे लिस्ट ऑफ ऍड ऑन कोर्सेस आपण डिझाईन करून इम्प्लिमेंट करू शकतो. त्यानंतर this also regarding with the same, only here instead of using only the course information, here using the student information, number of students enroll in subject related to the certificate, add-on programs year wise during last 5 years, data requirement as per the template. याचं टेम्पलेट सुद्धा मी तुम्हाला दाखवणार आहे. Total number of students enroll in certificate add-on courses, total number of students across all the program. म्हणजे कॉलेजमध्ये किती विद्यार्थ्यांनी या ऍड ऑन कोर्सेस मध्ये, सर्टिफिकेट कोर्स मध्ये, डिप्लोमा कोर्स मध्ये भाग घेतलेला आहे प्रत्येक वर्षी, हा तुम्हाला लिहायचा आहे. आणि टोटल नंबर ऑफ स्टुडंट आपल्या कॉलेजमध्ये किती आहे तर आपल्याला पर्सेंटेज पर इयर मिळून जाईल. आणि मग हे पर्सेंटेज पर इयर या फॉर्म्युल्यामध्ये लिहिल्यानंतर त्याचा सम करून, समेशन ऑफ पर्सेंटेज पर इयर डिवाइडेड 5, you will get the average percentage of the courses run by the institution. So regarding that, you can put up the information in this template. You have to prepare the same template for per year. पहिल्या वर्षाकरता, दुसऱ्या वर्षाकरता, तिसऱ्या वर्षाकरता, असं 5 वर्षाचं सेपरेट टेम्पलेट तुम्हाला तयार करायचं आहे. इन द फर्स्ट column you have to write name of add-on certificate program offered, course code, याला सुद्धा तुम्हाला कोड द्यायचा आहे. याला कोड विद्यापीठाकडून अप्रूव्ह केला, त्यांनी दिला असेल तर ठीकच ठीक, नाहीतर आपण आपल्याकडे जेवढे काही असे सर्टिफिकेट कोर्स प्रोग्राम कोड असतील या सर्वांना कोडिंग करायचं आणि फॉर एंटायर असेसिंग पर्पजेस, फॉर एंटायर our college purposes, you can use that code for a particular certificate course. तर तो कोड इथे लिहायचे. इयर ऑफ ऑफरिंग कोणत्या वर्षी सुरुवात झाली, तो नंबर ऑफ टाइम्स ऑफर ड्युरिंग द सेम इयर, एक वेळा कंडक्ट केला, 2 वेळा कंडक्ट केला, अशा प्रकारे इन्फॉर्मेशन द्यायची. ड्युरेशन ऑफ कोर्स, त्याचा किती दिवसाचा ड्युरेशन आहे, 15 दिवस आहे, 1 महिना आहे, 2 महिने आहे, 3 महिने आहे. पण याचं प्लॅनिंग मात्र आपल्या मास्टर प्लॅनिंग मध्ये असलं पाहिजे. विद्यार्थ्याचा टायमिंग हा फार महत्वाचा आहे आणि तो महाविद्यालयात किती वेळ असला पाहिजे, जेणेकरून त्याला घरी जाऊन सुद्धा होमवर्क करता आलं पाहिजे, इतर ऍक्टिव्हिटीज करता आलं पाहिजे. म्हणून जो काही टायमिंग अलॉट केलेला आहे त्या विदिन टाइम पिरियड त्याला आपल्याला इथे महाविद्यालयात टीचिंग द्यायचं आहे. त्याच्याकडून ऍक्टिव्हिटीज करून घ्यायच्या, त्याच्याकडून अभ्यासक्रम पूर्ण करून घ्यायचा आहे आणि नंतर नंबर ऑफ स्टुडंट पर कोर्स. नाउ देन another indicator, key indicator is a curriculum enrichment. Matrix number 1.3.1, this is again qualitative. As we have seen, first 2 questions are qualitative and this become qualitative, and remaining are quantitative, in which mostly quantities are there. There will be no need of explanation, but in this case, in case of the qualitative matrix, there will be a need of a description. What kind of exactly the activities you are run by the college, and in that activities, whatever may efforts that you have taken during the execution of the program. Now this curriculum enrichment and first point also take the weightage of 10 points. Institution integrates cross-cutting issues related to professional ethics, gender, human values, environment, and sustainability into the curriculum. Again, whatever may points, professional ethics, gender, human values, environment, and sustainability, it should be related with the curriculum. So how these cross-cutting issues can be overcome by the college through the curriculum? You know that we are teaching a subject, particularly while we are teaching the subject, during these sessions, during the academic session, and we are completing entire curriculum of the student. During teaching, sometime we have some such points in the curriculum which can be related with the society, with the some certain things like professional ethics, like gender issues, like human values issues, like environmental issues, like sustainability issues. So you can point out such issues related to this while we are going to teach the curriculum, and point out this on the particular page so that you can put that point. You can say that that is nothing but the cross-cutting issues and can give the documentary event to the NAAC. I am giving examples of that. Particularly, there will be 2 ways. One way is the issues in a lecture while we are addressing about it. So we can address about these issues, and second, we can address by organizing various activities, various extension activities in the college. For example, I am giving one example of gender equity. Some art people knows economics subject. There will be a maybe I am a science person. Maybe topic reflected like gender related economics development, gender related population policy. So you can point out such point. and can go towards the gender equity. You make the relation while you are talking about it. जेव्हा जेव्हा आपण अशा प्रकारच्या लेक्चर्स, अशा प्रकारचे टॉपिक्स वरती लेक्चर्स आपण क्लासमध्ये घेणार, विद्यार्थ्यांना अवगत करायचं की हा एक जेंडर इक्वॅलिटीचा टॉपिक आहे. या संबंधानं आणखीन तुम्हाला कुठे याच्यावरती मनन करून बोलता आलं तर आणखीन चांगलं. जसं लँग्वेज मध्ये इंग्लिश हा सब्जेक्ट आहे, त्यामध्ये प्रोज पोएट्री येतं. यू कॅन प्रोजेक्ट gender equality through the prose and poetry. There may be another subject like human geography, in which you can point out on religious and its principle stating gender equality. So these are the points which can address this issue of gender equality. Entrepreneurship development, particularly gender related, we can say that for the women entrepreneurship. तर अशा प्रकारचे टॉपिक घेऊन जेंडर इक्वॅलिटीला आपण टच करू शकतो. वुमेनच्या संदर्भाने जे काही प्रॉब्लेम्स असतील त्याला आपण टच करू शकतो. त्यानंतर दुसरा पॉइंट या संदर्भाने सांगायचं झालाच तर एन्व्हायरमेंटल अँड सस्टेनेबिलिटी हा जो इश्यू आहे, आपण जागृतीचा जो काही सब्जेक्ट आहे याच्यामध्ये आपण ऍड्रेस करू शकतो. चेंजिंग नेचर ऑफ इंटर रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन मॅन अँड एन्व्हायरमेंट, ह्युमन रेस अँड एन्व्हायरमेंट रिलेशन, सॉइल इरोशन, इकोसिस्टम, देन एन्व्हायरमेंटल स्टडी लाईक टाइप्स ऑफ पोल्युशन, कोर्स अँड रेमेडीज ऑफ पोल्युशन, कल्टिवेशन, कन्झर्वेशन, प्रिझर्वेशन ऑफ प्लांट ट्रीज. अशा प्रकारचे जे काही इश्यूज असतील ते आपण एन्व्हायरमेंटल अँड सस्टेनेबिलिटीच्या माध्यमातून या टॉपिकच्या अंडरमध्ये घेऊन अशा प्रकारचे इश्यूज ऍड्रेस करून करू शकतो. त्यानंतर बॉटनी सारखा विषय आहे जो सायन्स मध्ये येतो. बॉटनीमध्ये आपण पॉप्युलेशन ऑन इकॉलॉजी, यूज ऑफ बायोफर्टिलायझर्स, तर या संदर्भानं जे काही एन्व्हायरमेंटलला आपण ऍड्रेस करू शकतो त्या संदर्भानं आपण बोलू शकतो. तर अशा प्रकारचे इश्यूज आपण विद्यार्थ्यांसमोर ठेवू शकतो आणि त्यावरती आपलं मत देऊ शकतो, विद्यार्थ्यांचं मत घेऊ शकतो. त्यानंतर ह्युमन व्हॅल्यूज, बऱ्याचशा आर्टमध्ये सायकोलॉजी विषय आहे. सायकोलॉजी विषयाच्या संदर्भानं बरेचसे अप्रोचेस आहेत. ह्युमॅनिस्टिक अप्रोच आहे, त्यानंतर स्ट्रेस मॅनेजमेंट आहे, हॅबिट्स, लाईफस्टाईल, हेल्थ, पर्सनॅलिटी डेव्हलपमेंट, अशा प्रकारचे जे काय ऍड्रेसिंग असेल त्यामध्ये तुम्ही सायकोलॉजी विषयाच्या माध्यमातून ह्युमन व्हॅल्यूज वरती प्रकाश टाकू शकता. सोशलॉजी विषय आहे, सोशल चेंज इन इंडिया थ्रू ग्लोबलायझेशन, बर्निंग टॉपिक आहे टेररिझम, डायव्हर्सिटी अँड युनिट इन इंडियन सोसायटीज. अशा प्रकारे तुम्ही या विषयाला धरून ह्युमन व्हॅल्यूज काय आहेत याच्या संदर्भानं ऍड्रेस करू शकतो. प्रोफेशनल इथिक्सच्या संदर्भात कॉमर्समध्ये तर खूप काही टॉपिक्स आहेत ज्यामध्ये तुम्ही प्रोफेशनल इथिक्स विद्यार्थ्यांपर्यंत पोहोचू शकता, ऍड्रेस करू शकता. मॅनेजमेंट विषय आहे ज्यामध्ये तुम्ही ऑर्गनायझेशनल बिहेवियर इन इंडस्ट्री. दुसरा विषय आणखी सांगता येईल आपल्याला इथिकल व्हॅल्यूज इन लीडरशिप डेव्हलपमेंट. त्यानंतर ऑडिटिंग विषय आहे ज्याच्यामध्ये इथिक्स इन ऑडिटिंग प्रोफेशन्स. त्यानंतर इंग्लिश विषय आहे इथिकल व्हॅल्यूज इन इंडियन इंग्लिश लिटरेचर. तर अशा प्रकारचे जे काही ऍड्रेसिंग आहेत ते आपण यामध्ये जे काही इश्यूज आहेत, क्रॉस कटिंग इश्यूज आहेत ते ऍड्रेस आपण विद्यार्थ्यांना करू शकतो. त्या संदर्भानं आपण नोट तयार करून ठेवावी. आणि हा 500 शब्दाचा निबंध, मी निबंध म्हणतोय पण 500 वर्डचं जे काय रायटिंग आहे ते आपल्याला कॉन्क्रीटली करता येईल आणि याचे आपल्याला 10 मार्क घेता येईल. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस आपण काही एक्सटेन्शन ऍक्टिव्हिटी आपण नेहमीच कॉलेजमध्ये घेत असतो आणि त्या माध्यमातून सुद्धा या क्रॉस कटिंग इश्यूज वरती आपल्याला प्रकाश टाकता येईल. जसे अरेंज नॅशनल सेमिनार्स घेतो, वर्कशॉप घेतो, तुम्ही ह्युमन राईट्स वरती अशा प्रकारचे सेमिनार घेऊ शकतो. रॅलीज काढू शकतो वोटर अवेअरनेसच्या संदर्भानं. प्रोग्राम ऑन रक्षाबंधन ज्यामध्ये तुम्हाला ह्युमन व्हॅल्यूज दिसतील. त्यानंतर प्रोग्राम ऑन ह्युमन एम्पॉवरमेंट ह्युमन व्हॅल्यूज दिसतील. त्यानंतर पार्टिसिपेशन इन ग्रामपंचायत अभियान, ग्राम स्वच्छता अभियान, ब्लड डोनेशन काम नॉर्मली सर्व कॉलेजेस घेतातच. त्यानंतर जेंडर इक्वॅलिटी अँड जेंडर सेन्सिटायझेशनच्या संदर्भानं तुम्ही वेगवेगळे कार्यक्रम ऑर्गनाईज करू शकतो. ऑर्गनाइज यू कॅन ऑर्गनाइज द प्रोग्राम थ्रू व्हेरियस क्लब्स, वेगवेगळ्या संस्था आहेत, NGOs आहेत, त्याच्या माध्यमातून तुम्ही जेंडर इक्वॅलिटी आणि जेंडर सेन्सिटायझेशनच्या संदर्भानं त्यामध्ये असणारे जे काही क्रॉस कटिंग व्हॅल्यूज आहेत, क्रॉस कटिंग इश्यूज आहेत, त्यावरती वेगवेगळे प्रोग्राम्स आपण घेऊ शकतो. प्रोग्राम ऑन जेंडर बेस्ड डिस्क्रिमिनेशन, फिमेल फिटिसाइड, असे अनेक कार्यक्रम महाविद्यालय घेत असतात. त्याचं डॉक्युमेंटेशन आपण व्यवस्थित ठेवावं आणि NAACला दाखवावं. आणि या संदर्भात आणखीन माहिती मी देऊ शकतो, पण टाइम बराच झालेला, अजून एक पॉइंट आपला डिस्कस व्हायचा आहे. त्यानंतरचा जो पॉइंट आहे आपला 1.3.2, याला सुद्धा 10 मार्क आहेत, 10 पॉइंट्स आहेत. आणि हा पर्टिक्युलरली एक्सपिरियन्शियल लर्निंगच्या संदर्भानं आहे. ॲव्हरेज पर्सेंटेज ऑफ कोर्सेस दॅट इन्क्लूड्स एक्सपिरियन्शियल लर्निंग थ्रू प्रोजेक्ट वर्क, फील्ड वर्क, इंटर्नशिप ड्युरिंग लास्ट 5 years. आता यामध्ये एक प्रॉब्लेम हा असतो की प्रोजेक्ट वर्क may carry in the college, may also carry in the other institution, organization also, but field work is there. Field work must be in the other place, must be in the other organization. Then internship also, for internship may requires another organization, may requires another industry. So these are the problems related with this point. And if you have such linkages, collaboration regarding to this, जर तुमचा कुठल्या ऑर्गनायझेशनशी, कुठल्या इंडस्ट्रीशी, कुठल्या एखाद्या NGOशी कोलॅबोरेशन्स असतील तर हा पॉइंट मात्र सहजतेनं करू शकता. नंबर ऑफ कोर्सेस दॅट इन्क्लूड एक्सपिरियन्शियल लर्निंग थ्रू प्रोजेक्ट. आपण करिक्युलम रिलेटेड बोलतोय आणि म्हणून करिक्युलम मध्ये बऱ्याचशा करिक्युलम मध्ये प्रोजेक्ट असावा असं लिहिलेलं आहे. नॉर्मली PG कोर्सेस मध्ये तर ऍट द मोस्ट सर्वच PG कोर्स मध्ये प्रोजेक्ट असावा असा आहे. तर त्या ठिकाणी तुम्हाला प्रॉब्लेम नाही, कंपल्सरी प्रोजेक्ट करायचाच आहे. आणि त्या संबंधानं तुम्ही जे काय वर्क करतोय, नवीन नवीन आपण टॉपिक देतोय, त्यावरती नवीन काही शोध घ्यायला लावतो, तो त्याचं रायटिंग करतोय. त्यानंतर विद्यार्थ्यांना प्रोजेक्टच्या कसं रायटिंग असतं त्या संदर्भानं आपण माहिती देतो. आणि शेवटी प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट तयार करून, मॉडेल असेल मॉडेल तयार करून सबमिट करायला लावतो. त्यावरती एक्सटर्नल व्हायवा सुद्धा होतो. तर अशी जी प्रॅक्टिस आहे अशी व्हायला पाहिजे. पण असे काही लिमिटेड कोर्सेस आहेत, सर्वच कोर्समध्ये प्रोजेक्ट कंपल्सरी नाही. पण त्याही पलीकडे जाऊन जर आपण असे काही प्रोजेक्ट विद्यार्थ्यांकडनं करून घेतले, याच्या मागचा उद्देश असाच आहे, प्रोजेक्ट ठेवण्यामागचा उद्देश असाच आहे की विद्यार्थ्यांनी तो करिक्युलम चांगल्या प्रकारे अवगत करावा. ही मस्ट हॅव टू नो what exactly contents of the syllabus. Each and every topic must be understood by the student. आणि तो कसा प्रभावीपणे आपण त्याला शिकवतो त्याकरता एक माध्यम म्हणून प्रोजेक्ट आहे, फील्ड वर्क आहे, इंटर्नशिप आहे. जो काही आपले कोर्सेस आहेत त्याच्या आउटकम्स मध्ये आपण पहिले लिहिलेलं असतो की स्टुडंट मस्ट अंडरस्टँड. तर त्याकरता म्हणून आपण प्रोजेक्ट आपल्या महाविद्यालयामध्ये वेगवेगळे प्रोजेक्ट्स आपले असतात आणि आपण त्यांच्याकडनं करून घेतो. त्याच्यामध्ये जे काही डेटा रिक्वायरमेंट आहे त्याच्याकरता सुद्धा डेटा टेम्पलेट आहे. पण या मध्ये तुम्हाला या टेम्पलेट मध्ये नेमकं नेम ऑफ द कोर्स द्यायचा आहे. नेम ऑफ द कोर्स म्हणजे फॉर एक्झाम्पल जसं BA मध्ये वेगवेगळे विषय आहेत. जसा फॉर एक्झाम्पल पॉलिटिकल सायन्स आहे, BA पॉलिटिकल सायन्स, BA सोशियोलॉजी, BA होम सायन्स, होम इकॉनॉमिक्स, जसं BSc कम्प्युटर सायन्स, BSc मॅथमॅटिक्स, अशा प्रकारे जे जे कोर्सेस आहेत त्या कोर्सचं नाव तुम्हाला द्यायचं आहे. आणि डिटेल ऑफ एक्सपिरियन्शियल लर्निंग टू प्रोजेक्ट वर्क, त्याचे डिटेल्स तुम्हाला तिथे द्यायचे आहेत. त्यानंतर नेम ऑफ द प्रोग्राम तुम्हाला द्यायचा आहे. म्हणजे एका प्रोग्राम मध्ये अनेक कोर्सेस असू शकतात आणि ह्या सगळ्या व्हॅल्यूज तुम्हाला त्या फॉर्म्युलामध्ये द्यायचे आहे. फॉर्म्युला आहे नंबर ऑफ कोर्सेस दॅट इन्क्लूड एक्सपिरियन्शियल लर्निंग टू प्रोजेक्ट वर्क, फील्ड वर्क, इंटर्नशिप डिवायडेड बाय नंबर ऑफ कोर्सेस इन ऑल प्रोग्राम्स. जे तुमच्या आपल्या कॉलेजमध्ये किती कोर्सेस आहेत त्याचा एक आकडा तुम्हाला काढायचा आहे आणि त्यापैकी किती कोर्सच्या विद्यार्थ्यांनी प्रोजेक्ट केलेला आहे, ते नंबर ऑफ प्रोजेक्ट किती आहे हे काढायचं आहे. त्याला गुणेला 100 म्हणजे तुम्हाला पर्सेंटेज पर इयर मिळेल. आणि हे पर्सेंटेज पर इयर काढल्यानंतर प्रत्येक इयरचा पर्सेंटेज ऍड करायचा आहे आणि त्याला 5 ने डिवाइड करायचं आहे. वी गेट ॲव्हरेज पर्सेंटेज. आणि तशा प्रकारचं डॉक्युमेंट तुम्हाला मग नंतर अपलोड करायचं आहे. त्याकरता म्हणून हे टेम्पलेट दिलेलं आहे रिगार्डिंग धिस की इंडिकेटर, in which we have to write the name of the program in the first column. In the second column we have to write program code. Then we have to write name of the course that include experiential learning through project work, field work, internship, name of the course आणि program code आणि program, या तीनही गोष्टी वेगळ्या वेगळ्या आहेत. कोर्स कोड म्हणजे प्रोग्राम कोड वेगळा असेल, कोर्स कोड वेगळा असेल, विद्यापीठाने दिला असेल वेल अँड गुड, नसेल दिला आपल्या इन्स्टिट्यूटचे जेवढे काही कोर्सेस आहेत, जेवढे काही प्रोग्राम आहेत त्यांना तुम्ही कोडिंग करा. त्यानंतर इयर ऑफ ऑफरिंग, कोणत्या वर्षीपासनं प्रोजेक्ट सुरू केलेला आहे, कोणत्या वर्षातला आहे ते लिहायचं आहे. नेम ऑफ द स्टुडंट स्टडीड कोर्स ऑन एक्सपिरियन्शियल लर्निंग थ्रू प्रोजेक्ट वर्क, फील्ड वर्क, इंटर्नशिप आणि मग त्यापासून संबंधानं तुम्हाला या ठिकाणी लिंक द्यायची आहे. त्यानंतरचा जो पॉइंट आहे 1.3.3, दिस इज ऑल्सो अगेन क्वांटिटेटिव्ह. पर्सेंटेज ऑफ स्टुडंट अंडरटेकिंग प्रोजेक्ट वर्क, फील्ड वर्क, इंटर्नशिप. इथे जी मागच्या स्लाइड मध्ये आपण प्रोग्रामच्या संबंधानं इन्फॉर्मेशन देत होतो, मात्र या स्लाइड मध्ये वी हॅव टू गिव्ह द इन्फॉर्मेशन रिगार्डिंग द स्टुडंट, नंबर ऑफ स्टुडंट्स अंडरटेकिंग प्रोजेक्ट वर्क, field work, internship, data requirement as per the data template में आपल्याला दाखवणार आहे. नेम ऑफ द प्रोग्राम, नंबर ऑफ स्टुडंट अंडरटेकिंग प्रोजेक्ट वर्क, फील्ड वर्क, इंटर्नशिप, फॉर्म्युला. इथे नंबर ऑफ स्टुडंट तुम्हाला लिहायचे आहे. नंबर ऑफ स्टुडंट अंडरस्टँडिंग प्रोजेक्ट वर्क, फील्ड वर्क अँड इंटर्नशिप डिवायडेड बाय टोटल नंबर ऑफ स्टुडंट्स इंटू 100. तर अशा प्रकारे डॉक्युमेंट तुम्हाला तयार करायचं आहे. ते डॉक्युमेंट जे तयार करायचं आहे ते डेटा टेम्पलेट आहे आणि ते डेटा टेम्पलेट हे जे दाखवत आहे मी स्लाइड अशा प्रकारे राहील. प्रोग्राम नेम, प्रोग्राम कोड, लिस्ट ऑफ स्टुडंट अंडरटेकिंग प्रोजेक्ट वर्ड वर्क, प्रोजेक्ट वर्क, फील्ड वर्क, इंटर्नशिप एक्सेट्रा. नाउ दिस another key indicator is a feedback system. Now whatever may curriculum delivery is there, curriculum enrichment is there, curriculum planning is there. Apart from that, whatever may curriculum is given to student, we are teaching this curriculum, and on that curriculum we have the feedback so that we can make some changes in the syllabus. We can adopt new trends in the syllabus. We can update the syllabus according to the need of society, according to the need of industry, according to the need of business, entrepreneurship, and so on like this. So this question 1.4.1 carries 10 point weightage, and this question is, this matrix is, institution obtains feedback on the syllabus and its transaction at the institution from the following stakeholder. याच्यामध्ये 4 पॉइंट दिले आहे. You can take the feedback from the stakeholders. What are that stakeholders? It may be a student, it may be a teachers, it may be a employer, it may be a alumni. So, and maybe all. So if we are taking the feedback from all, we are concerning with point A. There will be 4 options. So we can take first option. We can take from the 3. We can take from student, teacher, and employer. And then we are concerned with the B point. If we are taking from student and teacher, we are concerning with 3. C point. If we are taking feedback from the students, then it should be with the point D. And अगर feedback नहीं लेते हैं, so that is well and good. So feedback तो लेना ही है, because it improves the system. चाहे कॉलेज का हो, चाहे कुछ भी हो, इसके लिए आप ऑनलाइन फीडबैक भी ले सकते हैं, ऑफलाइन भी ले सकते हैं. लेकिन जो भी फीडबैक आप ले रहे हैं, that should be displayed on the website of the college and analyze it, that feedback received from the different stakeholder. So this slide is only concerning with the कि कहाँ से आप फीडबैक ले रहे हैं. और उसके बाद में जो नेक्स्ट स्लाइड है, इट इज कंसर्निंग विथ द, जो भी आपण फीडबॅक ले रहे हैं, जो फीडबॅक आपण घेत आहे त्याला तो कलेक्ट केल्यानंतर, कलेक्ट तर करतोच म्हणजे आपण घेतोच, त्यानंतर त्याला अनालाइज करतो आणि अनालाइज केल्यानंतर त्यामध्ये, कारण विद्यार्थी जो काही फीडबॅक देतील, होऊ शकते त्यामध्ये टीचरचा परफॉर्मन्स असेल, त्यामध्ये कंटेंट्स असतील, त्यामध्ये इन्स्टिट्यूटच्या संदर्भाने असेल, तर त्यावर काही ऍक्शन आपण घेतो का, आणि ऍक्शन घेतल्यानंतर तो आपण वेबसाईटवर टाकतो का. सो एंटायर दिस सिस्टम ऑफ फीडबॅक विल बी डिस्प्लेड ऑन दी वेबसाइट. येस ऑर नो, दॅट वी हॅव टू. तो ऑप्शन ये आहे. दुसरा पॉइंट जो आहे त्याच्यामध्ये आपण जर फक्त कलेक्ट करतो, अनालाइज करतो आणि ऍक्शन घेतो, पण वेबसाईटवर टाकत नाही, तर आपल्याला बी पॉइंट लागू होतो. जर फीडबॅक आपण घेतो आणि त्यानंतर अनालाइज करतो पण त्यावरती कुठलीही ऍक्शन घेत नाही, तर आपल्याला सी पॉइंट लागू होतो. आणि आपण फक्त घेतो आणि तसंच ठेवतो, डी पॉइंट लागू होतो. आणि फीडबॅक जर घेतच नसेल तर आपल्याला एफ पॉइंट लागू होतो. तर निश्चित रूपाने मला असं वाटतं की ए पॉइंट करणं फार सोपं आहे. त्याचे जे काही ऍक्शन टेकन रिपोर्ट आहे, जे काही आपल्याला इश्यूज आलेत, जे काही आपल्याला प्रॉब्लेम्स आलेत, जो काही फीडबॅक आला, हा आपण गव्हर्निंग बॉडीच्या समोर ठेवला पाहिजे, बोर्ड ऑफ मॅनेजमेंटच्या समोर ठेवला पाहिजे, त्यांच्या मिनिट्स मध्ये आला पाहिजे, त्यांच्या सजेशन काय असतील ते घेतले पाहिजे आणि ते आपण सजेशन्स आपल्या वेबसाईट वरती ठेवले पाहिजे आणि आपल्या स्टाफ मीटिंग मध्ये सुद्धा यायला पाहिजेत. आणि अशा प्रकारचे जे काही फीडबॅक असतील, एखाद्या विद्यार्थ्यांनी जर पर्टिक्युलरली दिला असेल तर त्याचा फीडबॅक त्याच्यापर्यंत सुद्धा पोहोचायला हरकत नाही की तुम्ही दिलेला जे काही सजेशन आहे, जे काही फीडबॅक आहे, यावरती आम्ही अशा प्रकारची ऍक्शन घेतली आणि या संबंधाने आपला प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व्ह झालेला आहे. तर ही फीडबॅक सिस्टम इम्प्रूव्ह करण्यासाठी फार उपयोगी आहे असं मला वाटतं. आणि नॉर्मली अशा प्रकारचे फीडबॅक घेतातच, ऑनलाईन फीडबॅक घेतात. इथे सुद्धा आपल्याला हा फीडबॅक घेताना माहिती असतो, पण फीडबॅक घेताना जेव्हा नॅक फीडबॅक घेते तेव्हा आपल्याला माहिती नसतं. आणि म्हणून विद्यार्थ्यांची तयारी या माध्यमातून फीडबॅकच्या संदर्भात, कारण स्टुडंट सॅटिस्फॅक्शन सर्वे हा इम्पॉर्टंट पार्ट आहे, जो मी अगदी बिगिनिंगला आपल्याला सांगितला होता. आणि तो सर्वे म्हणजेच फीडबॅक सर्वे सारखाच आहे. तर विद्यार्थ्यांना सवय असली तर निश्चितच विद्यार्थी आपल्या महाविद्यालयाचा फीडबॅक चांगला देतील आणि आपल्याला असेसमेंट आणि ऍक्रेडिटेशन मध्ये चांगला ग्रेड मिळू शकतो. थँक्यू व्हेरी मच. यामध्ये जर आपल्याला कोणाला डिफिकल्टी असेल तर आपण विचारू शकता. मला या ठिकाणी जी काही संधी डॉक्टर गजानन पाटील सर या महाविद्यालयाचे, अण्णासाहेब गुंडेवाड महाविद्यालयाचे प्राचार्य यांनी संधी उपलब्ध करून दिली आणि माझे विचार या करिक्युलम आस्पेक्टच्या संदर्भानं, नॅकच्या संदर्भानं मी आपल्यापर्यंत पोहोचवू शकलो आणि आपण ते शांततेनं ऐकून घेतलेत, त्याबद्दल मी आपला शतशः आभारी आहे. यावर काही कोणाला काही आपलं मत मांडायचं असेल, यात काही मलाही काही फीडबॅक द्यायचा असेल, काही चुकून काही बोलल्या गेलं असेल तर आपण मोठ्या मनानं माफ करावं. आणि मी या ठिकाणी माझं संभाषण बंद करतो. आपल्या काही क्युरीज असतील, काइंडली रेज इट. थँक्यू व्हेरी मच.
Hello.
Yes, I request participants if they have questions they can ask Dahikar sir directly.
Hello.
हॅलो
सर मी प्राध्यापक टिपले बोलतो अल्लापल्ली.
हा बोला सर.
कॉमर्स फॅकल्टीच्या विद्यार्थ्यांना आता आमचा उद्योग विषयी जिल्हा आहे, तर इंटर्नशिप साठी कसं काय त्यांना म्हणजे प्रोव्हाइड करतात?
बघा सर, तुमच्या भागामध्ये ज्या काही इंडस्ट्रीज आहेत, काही बिझनेस चालवणारे काही फर्म्स असतील, ट्रेडिंग इंडस्ट्रीज असतील, यांच्याशी संपर्क.
तिकडे इंडस्ट्रीज तर कोणत्याच नाही आहे.
इंडस्ट्री नसतील सर, पण काही ट्रेडिंग कंपनीज असतील. कारण कॉमर्स हा विषय असा आहे, कॉमर्स आहे ना विषय तुमचा.
हा सर.
कॉमर्स विषयामध्ये तर इंटर्नशिप करणं फार सोपं आहे सर. सगळ्यात चांगला अपॉर्च्युनिटी जर असेल याच्याकरता, इंटर्नशिप करता, तर हा कॉमर्स विषय आहे. कारण ट्रेडिंग कंपनीज आहेत, विविध शॉप्स आहेत, मॉल्स आहेत, यामध्ये जाऊन विद्यार्थ्यांना करायला सांगा. MBA चे विद्यार्थी मॉलमध्ये येऊन इंटर्नशिप करतात, हॉटेल्समध्ये जाऊन इंटर्नशिप करतात. तर आपल्याकडे हॉटेल्स असतील, चांगले चांगले हॉटेल्स असतील, चांगले ट्रेडिंग कंपनीज असतील, त्या ठिकाणी जाऊन इंटर्नशिप करू शकतात. ते काहीच प्रॉब्लेम नाही
सर. गडचिरोली जिल्ह्यातील आल्लापल्ली या ठिकाणी कॉलेज आहे आमचं.
नाही, कसं आहे सर, आता सगळ्याच गोष्टी आपल्याला घरात मिळणार नाही.
कारण बाहेरच्या जिल्ह्यात त्यांना इंटर्नशिप साठी पाठवावं लागेल असं तर.
हा ठीक आहे ना, खूप लांब पाठवायची आवश्यकता नाही. जवळपास तुमच्या आलापल्लीच्या जवळपास गडचिरोली आहे, बरोबर आहे. गडचिरोलीला काही ट्रेडिंग कंपनीज असतील, मोठे व्यापारी असतील, चांगले चांगले बिझनेस करणारे ट्रेंड्स हे असतील, बिझनेसमॅन असतील, शॉप असतील, त्यांच्याकडे तुम्हाला सहज अप्रोच होता येईल आणि त्यांनाही मॅनपॉवर मिळते. हॅलो सर.
शॉप मध्ये सुद्धा त्यांना पाठवता येते का सर?
बिलकुल सर, का नाही. आपल्याला सर्टिफिकेट पाहिजे आणि सर्टिफिकेट तसंच नको, डुप्लिकेट नको. कारण कुठेतरी आता ही डुप्लिकन्सी बंद झाली पाहिजे. या सर्व गोष्टीचा फायदा हा एकच आहे की विद्यार्थ्याला कुठेतरी ज्ञान अवगत झालं पाहिजे, त्याला विषय समजला पाहिजे, जे काही तो शिकतोय हे त्याला वास्तवात आणायचं आहे.
बरोबर आहे. दुसरी गोष्ट सर, कॉमर्स फॅकल्टीच्या एक प्रोजेक्ट जर हे झाला तर प्रोजेक्ट कोणत्या हिशोबाने करता येईल त्यांना? सध्या विद्यापीठाने प्रोजेक्ट नाही.
नाही सर, प्रोजेक्ट म्हणजे असं आहे की तुम्ही तुमच्या विषयावरती थोडंसं चिंतन मनन करा. आणि ऑडिटिंगचा आहे, ऑडिट विषय घ्या. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, आता माझा विषय तर कॉमर्स नाही आहे, ऑडिट विषय घ्या. एखादं सोसायटी आहे, छोटी मोठी सोसायटी आहे, त्यांचं ऑडिट करून द्या विनामूल्य. त्यांना सांगा, सजेशन द्या की असं असं ऑडिट करता, अशा प्रकारे तुम्ही मेंटेन केलं पाहिजे. अशा प्रकारे हा एक प्रोजेक्ट होऊ शकतो ना.
नाही, विनामूल्य एक जरी करून दिलं आपण, सर्टिफिकेट राहत नाही किंवा फाईन राहत नाही,
आणि त्या सोसायटीचं सर्टिफिकेट नाही, त्या सोसायटीचं सर्टिफिकेट घ्या ना त्यांच्या लेटर हेड वरती. प्रोजेक्ट करणं म्हणजे काय की त्याला डॉक्युमेंटरी इव्हेंट्स लागलेच. कॉलेजमध्ये करा, बाहेर करा. कॉलेजमध्ये तुम्हाला प्रोजेक्ट भरपूर करता येईल. तुम्हाला कॉमर्सला लँग्वेज कॉमर्स लॅबोरेटरी सुद्धा तयार करता येईल, त्यातून तुम्हाला प्रोजेक्ट करता येईल.
Hello sir. Hello.
हेलो
Hello sir. I'm Dr. शादाब महाजन. मेरा प्रश्न है, आर्ट्स फैकल्टी के लिए इंटर्नशिप पॉसिबल है?
थोड़ा आर्ट में ये तो डिफिकल्ट है मैडम, लेकिन कोई ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस हो सकते हैं जहाँ पर जैसे एनजीओ है, वहां जाके कुछ दिन तक सेवाभावी रूप से काम कर सकते हैं। नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है।
जी
आप देखो मैडम, आप भी प्रोफेसर है, मैं भी प्रोफेसर हूँ।
या
और आपने भी अभी तक नैक फेस किए होंगे, जिसमें
यस
इस
सर,
तरह के
3 साइकिल हमने
हाँ,
फेस किया
तो
है
आप
सर।
इस पे हाँ फेस किया है आपने,
या
तो आप भी इसके ऊपर थिंक कर सकते हैं कि किस तरह से इंटर्नशिप आप कर सकते हैं। लेकिन प्रोजेक्ट तो आप जरूर कर सकते हैं, फील्ड वर्क भी कर सकते हैं।
या सर, हम प्रोजेक्ट लेते हैं, हमारा
हाँ,
पॉलिटिकल साइंस है, तो उसमें
यस
हम
यस,
प्रोजेक्ट लेते हैं।
हाँ,
तो वो आपका मैंने को और अच्छा लगा जो आपने भी इंफॉर्मेशन दी। आई
हाँ,
विल डेफिनेटली यूजफुल फॉर मी।
यस यस यस,
ओके, थैंक यू सर।
वेलकम मैडम।
So if we have UG college and PG college, which
Yes,
guideline we should follow? We have both.
we have to follow PG guidelines only.
Okay. UG
If
as well as PG, then PG.
yeah,
Okay.
yes,
Okay.
there will be a separate manuals for
और
UG college and PG college. अगर अंडर ग्रेजुएट कोर्स है ओनली, तो
हाँ
वो मैनुअल आपको फॉलो करना है।
हाँ
और आपका पीजी कॉलेज है,
हाँ
तो आपको पीजी कॉलेज का मैनुअल फॉलो करना है।
सर, पण ये
तो
जो PG कॉलेज है, ये दिस हैज टू बी affiliated means approved course or otherwise?
यस, देयर विल बी अप्रूव्ड कोर्स। पीजी कॉलेज में आपका एमए, एमकॉम, एमएससी, जो भी
MSc is there.
पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट कोर्सेज जो भी है,
हम्म
वो अगर आपकी कॉलेज में है यूजी के साथ साथ, तो आपको पीजी कॉलेज का ही मैनुअल इस्तेमाल करना चाहिए।
ओके सर, थैंक यू।
Anything more? Anybody have difficulty again?
I think there are no
Thank you,
questions.
sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Dahikar
you very
sir.
much. Thank you for patience.
Thank you so much, sir.
May I leave? Atil sir.
Yes, sir.
Atil sir, may I leave now?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Your session and presentation will contribute a lot, not only for our college but also for hundreds of colleges willing to pursue next cycles. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Dear participants, today only we have second session also on criteria 2, teaching, learning and evaluation by Dr. Renu Danela ma'am. So let me have honor to introduce Dr. Danela ma'am. I think she is live.
Sir, I'm live.
Am I audible, Dr. Danela ma'am?
Yeah.
So on your video.
Sir.
Have you on your video?
Yeah. Yes, I'm on.
You are on screen, yes.
Yeah, I'm on screen.
Yeah, I'm very happy to introduce Dr. Renu Dalela ma'am. Dr. Dalela ma'am is HOD and Associate Professor in English, Principal Arun Rao Kalode College, Nagpur. She has got 28 years of experience at UG level. She has been NAAC as well as IQC coordinator in her college. She is recognized PhD guide of RTM Nagpur University, Nagpur. Madam has completed UGC's minor research project entitled Feminism in the Novels of Manju Kapoor. She has also published many research papers in conferences and seminars as well as journals of national and international repute. She has also edited book Popular Short Stories, which was published by S. Chan and Company, and the same was prescribed for BA Part 2 examination. This is another feather in her cap. It's really a great honor, ma'am, for us to have you to speak for today's session on criteria 2. Now I request you to proceed for your session.
So can I share my screen?
Yes.
फोन करून बघा सांगा.
Sir, should I start?
Yes, yes.
Bhagdikar sir,
Yes, yes. You can.
am I audible?
Yeah, you are on.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are on.
Okay. Good afternoon. Yeah, should I start, sir?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Good morning to one and all. Before I begin my presentation,
Hello, ma'am. Please unmute
Madam.
yourself. Ma'am, please unmute yourself.
so now is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
ma'am.
You are
Right.
on.
Huh. Okay. Good afternoon to one and all. Before I begin my presentation at the outset, I would like to thank Dr. Gajanan Patil, Principal of Annasab Gundewar College and his team for giving me an opportunity as a resource person in today's webinar. NAAC accreditation is made obligatory for all higher learning institutes by 2020. The stress is more when the state universities strive for UGC grants, financial aid, RUSA grants, as NAAC is linked to the funding for the government-run institutions. NAAC is not a simple deal. There is so much to refer to. There are lots and lots of data gathering and completion reporting that has to go hand in hand with the process. Next slide. The slide is not moving. Sir, Bhagwikar sir? Sir, can you hear me? Pause. Is it? Okay. The revised assessment and accreditation framework was launched in July 2017. It represents an expert paradigm shift, making it ICT enabled, objective, transparent, scalable, and robust. The quantitative metrics QNM add up to 70%, and the remaining about 30% are qualitative metrics Q1M. The data submitted on quantitative metrics will be subjected to validation exercise with the help of data validation and verification process done by NAAC. The responses on qualitative metrics will be reviewed by the peer team on site only after the institution clears the pre-qualified stage. The assessment process will be carried out in 3 stages. It will comprise 3 main components: self-study report, SSR, student satisfaction survey, SSS, and peer team report. SSR has 2 kinds of metrics. One, those requiring quantifiable facts and figures as data which have been indicated as quantitative metric. Two, those metrics requiring descriptive responses and are accordingly named as qualitative metrics. NAAC critically focuses on getting a criteria-based assessment into the following 7 areas. The 7 criteria laid down by NAAC are: number 1, curricular aspect; number 2, teaching, learning and evaluation; number 3, research, consultancy and extension; number 4, infrastructure and learning resources; number 5, student support and progression; number 6, governance, leadership and management; and number 7, innovation and best practices. Now, NAAC has grouped higher education institutions into university, autonomous, and affiliated constituent colleges. NAAC has distributed different weightages to these 7 categories of institutions based on their focus and types. Now, 7 NAAC criteria. Number 1, curricular aspect. Dr. Dahikar sir has already told in the first session. So the weightage for universities 150, for autonomous institution 150, and for affiliated constituent institutions UG 100 and PG 100. Teaching, learning and evolution. For universities 200, for autonomous institutions 300, and for affiliated institutions UG 350 and PG 350. Research, innovation and extension. For universities 250, for autonomous institutions 150 weightage is given, and for affiliated institution UG 110 and for PG 120. Infrastructure and learning resources. For universities 100, for autonomous institution 100, for affiliated constituent institution UG 100 and PG 100. Now, student support and progression. For universities 100, for autonomous institutions 100, for affiliated institutions UG 140 and PG 130. Governance, leadership and management. For universities 100, for autonomous institutions 100, for affiliated institutions UG 100 and PG 100. Institutional values and best practices. Now, for universities 100, for autonomous institutions also 100, for affiliated constituent institutions UG 100 and PG 100. So total weightage for universities 1000, for autonomous institutions also 1000, and for affiliated constituent institution UG and PG also 1000. Now, self-study report. SSR is based on qualitative and quantitative matrices. Now, distribution of matrices and key indicators across criteria. 7 criteria are given just now, we have seen. And the key indicators for universities 34. I'm just going fast because Dahikar sir has already taken this. And for autonomous college 34. And for affiliated constituent colleges 31 and PG 32. Qualitative metrics 36 for universities, 35 for autonomous colleges, and affiliated constituent colleges 35 for UG and 36 for PG. Quantitative metrics 79 for universities, 72 for autonomous colleges, and 58 for affiliated constituent college UG and 60 for PG. So total metric, that means SSR, has a total of 115 metrics for universities, 107 metrics for autonomous colleges, and 93 for affiliated constituent colleges for UG, and for PG 96. Now, coming to my presentation on criteria to teaching, learning and evaluation. Total 350 marks for this criteria. I have divided my presentation in 3 parts. First will be qualitative matrix, which is of 125 marks. Second will be of quantitative matrix, which is 165 marks. And the third will be student satisfaction survey, which is of 60 marks. So, to start with qualitative indicator, here I have to state that the metrics under this indicator are descriptive. In my slide, I have taken all the metrics that are laid down by NAAC in the SSR. And after each metric, I have made an attempt to give the guidelines for writing, description, and the required or supporting document for that particular metric. Now, in brief, what we have to do in criteria 2 pertains to the efforts of an institution to serve students of different background and abilities through effective teaching learning experiences, interactive instructional techniques that engage students in higher order thinking and investigation through the use of interviews, focus group discussions, debates, projects, presentations, experiments, practicum, internship, and application of ICT resources are important considerations. Now, it also probes into the advocacy competence as well as the continuous professional development of the faculty who handle the program of study, the efficiency of the techniques used to continuously evaluate the performance of teachers and students is also a major concern in this criteria. The focus of criteria 2 is captured in the following key indicators. Now there are 7 key indicators in this criteria. So number 1 is student enrollment and profile. For universities, 10 weightage they have given, for autonomous colleges 20, and for affiliated constituent colleges UG 40 and PG 40. Second, catering to students' diversity. For universities, weightage is given 20, for autonomous colleges 30, for affiliated colleges UG 50 and PG 50. Then teaching learning process, 20 for universities, 50 for autonomous colleges, and 50 for affiliated constituent colleges UG, and for PG 50. Teacher profile and quality, 50 for universities, 50 for autonomous colleges, and 60 for affiliated constituent college UG, and PG and PG also 60. Evaluation process and reforms, 40 for universities, 50 for autonomous college, 30 for UG affiliated college, and 30 for PG. Student performance and learning outcomes, universities 30, autonomous colleges 50, then affiliated colleges 60, UG, and for PG 60. Then student satisfaction survey, 30 for universities, 50 for autonomous colleges, 60 for affiliated UG colleges, and 60 for PG. So total weightage given for universities 200, for autonomous colleges 300, and for affiliated constituent colleges UG 350 and PG 350. Now coming to 2.2. First I have taken all qualitative metrics. Okay. So catering to student diversity, this key indicator have 50 weightage. The higher education institutions are expected to satisfy the needs of the students from diverse backgrounds, including background community as well as from different locales. They would make special efforts to bring in students from special categories, reach out to their special learning needs by initial assessment of their learning levels, in addition to understand possible variations over years and how and what is done to deal with such students. Now, 2.2.1. This metric has 30 marks. The institution assesses, I could not see that. What is the question? The institution assesses the learning levels of the students and organizes a special program for advanced learners and slow learners. We have to describe the initiatives in not more than 500 words. Recommendations for writing descriptions. Process of identifying slow and advanced learners you can add in your description. Strategies adopted for slow and advanced learners. Evidence of success. Then required documents, policy document of mechanism for identification of slow and advanced learners, list of slow and advanced learners. Strategies adopted for them may include list of activities, initiatives, notice, circular, timetable, attendance, etc. Result analysis of evidence of success at the end of semester or year of implemented process. Now, these are the few measures, activities taken for slow advanced learners. We usually we take all these activities in our colleges, like remedial classes, extra classes, group study, group discussion, academic counseling, personal counseling. For competitive exam preparation, we can ask a student to plan, do, act, study. So these you can add in this metric. 2.3. Teaching learning process. This key indicator has 50 marks. Quality of learning provided in the institution depends largely on teacher readiness to draw upon such recently available technology supports and also the initiatives to develop such learning resources to enrich teaching learning, on teachers' familiarity with learning management systems, other e-resources available, and how to meaningfully incorporate them in one's scheme of teaching learning. Now 2.3.1. This metric has 20 marks. Student-centric methods such as experimental learning, participative learning, and problem-solving methodology are used for enhancing learning experiences. We have to describe the initiatives in not more than 500 words. Recommendations for writing descriptions. In experimental learning, you can include project, field project, internship, field visit, study tour, NSS activities, etc. In participative learning, you can include debate, discussions, seminars, presentations, participation of students in co-curricular and extracurricular activities organized by institute or outside, etc. Problem solving. In problem solving, we can include mini projects, final year projects, case studies, research projects, publications, etc. Required documents, relevant supporting documents of activities listed above. Now 2.3.2. This metric has 15 marks. Teachers use ICT enabled tools for effective teaching learning process. We have to describe the initiatives in not more than 500 words. Recommendations for writing description. ICT facilities description and its availability. How innovation and creativity in teaching learning process is maintained. Then how faculty create interest and motivate the learners by using ICT tools. Policy mechanism adopted by Institute for ICT tool usage. Implementation of mechanism for ICT tool usage. Evidence of success of mechanism. Now required documents, ICT tool usage supporting documents such as teaching method, used column in teaching, lesson plan or ICT tool usage, register at departmental level, etc. ICT tool like we daily use in our college. Most of the colleges they are using projector, computer, internet facility, mobile, laptops, access to e-general, access to analyst via InClibNet, e-resources and techniques used, e-general, e-books, Wi-Fi, YouTube, etc. So all this can be included in this metric for describing. Now, evaluation process and reforms. This key indicator has 30 marks. This key indicator looks at issues related to assessment of teaching, learning and evaluative process and reforms to increase the efficiency and effectiveness of the system. One of the purposes of evaluation is to provide development-inducing feedback. The qualitative dimension of evaluation is in its use for enhancing the competence of students. Innovative evaluation process is to gauge the knowledge and skills acquired at various levels of the programs. Now, these specifications are stated as program-specific outcomes and course outcomes. The quality of assessment process in a higher education institute depends on how well the examination system actually tests the PSOs and COs. Quality of questions, extent of transparency in the system, extent of development inducing feedback system, regularity in the conduct of examinations, and declaration of results, as well as the regulatory mechanisms for prompt action on possible errors. Now 2.5.1. This metric has 15 marks. Mechanism of internal assessment is transparent and robust in terms of frequency and mode. We have to describe the initiatives in not more than 500 words. Now recommendation for writing description. See, we can write in this metric, we can add pattern of examination, 80-20 or 70-30. Then mechanism of internal assessment, 20. Then we can break the internal marks. Like for assignment, we can keep 5 marks, for attendance 5, for unit test 5, for oral 5. This is how we can break up the internal marks. Then frequency of continuous internal evaluation. So we can take assignment after every unit completion. Then attendance should be taken daily. Then unit test can be taken twice in semester. Then oral once in semester. Then monitoring of continuous internal evaluation. Assignment by teacher, attendance teacher, HOD and principal, unit test monitored by teacher, and oral panel of internal and external. Now transparency. Assignment checking in front of students to make student aware of mistakes. See, all these things you can add in this metric while describing the answer in 500 words. Attendance, defaulted list is displayed. Unit test, answer sheets are returned to students or shown. Oral conducted in presence of external examiner. Now, university guidelines for continuous internal evaluation. Record of attendance with defaulted list. Sample answer sheets of unit test, class test, having sign of students as seen. Sample copies of assignments with proper given and checked dates. Record of internal and external submission. Now 2.5.2. This metric has 15 marks. Mechanism to deal with internal examination related grievances is transparent, time-bound, and efficient. The initiatives we have to describe in not more than 500 words. Recommendation for writing description. At institute level, clarification or grievances are addressed by the concerned faculty. If the concerned faculty is unable to resolve, it is sent to HOD. If a student is not satisfied with the marks awarded even after resolved by the faculty and HOD, the student may represent same to the grievance committee. At university level, exam form filling, correction in name on hall ticket, correction in subject offered, re-evaluation, photocopying, recounting. Now the required documents for this metric: grievance committee office order, grievance committee minutes of meeting, faculty HOD level record of grievances handled, sample copies of applications written by students or fee, receipts, or any relevant document related to grievances in exam, form filling, correction in name on hall ticket, correction in subject offered, re-evaluation, photocopying, and recounting. Now, the 2.6. This indicator, student performance and learning outcomes. This metric has 30 marks. The real test of the extent to which teaching learning has been effective in a higher education institution is reflected in the student performance in the examination. Student performance is seen as the realization of learning outcomes, which are a specification of what a student should be capable of doing on successful completion of a course or a program. Teachers and students are 2.6.1. This metric has 15 marks. Teachers and students are aware of the stated program and course outcomes of the programs offered by the institution. We have to describe course outcome for all courses and mechanism of communication within a minimum of 500 characters and maximum of 500 words. Now, recommendation for writing description, what we can write in this metric: the vision of the institution, the mission of the institution, then program educational objectives, program outcomes, program specific outcomes, and course outcomes. And it can be communicated on college website, at the entrance of the institute, department, HOD cabin, library, store, classrooms, seminar hall, canteen, and course files of teachers. The course outcomes can be communicated through course files, students' notebooks, practical book, etc. The required document for this metric: geotag photographs of charts, boards of vision, mission, program educational objectives, program outcomes, program specific outcomes, and course outcomes at the entrance of the institute, department, HOD cabin, library, store, classrooms, seminar hall, canteen. A screenshot of website. Sample of course file, student's notebook, practical book, etc. Now at 2.6.2, this metric has 15 marks. Attainment of program outcome and course outcome are evaluated by the institution. We have to describe the method of measuring the level of attainment of POs and PSOs and COs in not more than 500 words. Now, program outcomes. What is program outcome, course outcome, and learning outcome? I have just described in 4 or 5 lines. See, program outcomes represent broad statement that incorporate many areas of interrelated knowledge and skills developed over the duration of the program through a wide range of courses and experiences. They represent the big picture, describe broad aspects of behavior, and encompass multiple learning experiences. The course outcomes, they are the resultant knowledge skills the student acquires at the end of a course. Learning outcomes describe the learning that will take place across the curriculum through concise statement made in specific and measurable terms of what students will know or be able to do as the result of having successfully completed a course. Now, recommendations for writing description, planning, implementation, and evaluation. We can divide like this. Then in planning, we can define the outcome. Then identifying tools and processes required for assessment of outcomes. Then mapping of outcomes with tools. Then defining expected level of attainment of output. Then in implementation of tools and process identified in planning phase, maintaining records related to every tool and process. Outcomes are evaluated based on records obtained in implementation phase. For every outcome, records are preserved, comparing obtained attainment result with expected level. The required documents for this metric, process used for defining various outcomes, record of tools required for calculation of attainment calculation procedure, comparison of actual and expected attainment levels, and action taken report. Now, over to quantitative indicator. Now, this indicator, this is my second part of the criteria. 165 marks for this indicator. In quantitative metric, formula and Excel templates are given in the SSR. Here also, after every metric in my slide, I have mentioned do's and don'ts, and also the required or supporting document. Now, student enrollment and profile. This key indicator has 40 marks. Admission system. In brief, what we have to do in this metric, the process of admitting students in the programs is through a transparent, well-administered mechanisms, complying with all the norms of the concerned regulatory governing agencies, including state and central governments. Apart from the compliance to the various regulations, the institution put forth its efforts in ensuring equity and wide access, having representation of student community from different geographical areas and socio-economic, cultural and educational background. These will be reflected in the student profile. Now, 2.1.1. This metric has 20 marks. Now, this metric has 20 marks, average enrollment percentage, average of last 5 years. See, the formula is given in SSR and we have to just insert the figure. That means total number of students admitted, total number of sanctioned seats multiplied by 100 and average percentage, submission percentage per year divided by 5. The DBV sheet, 2.1.1 DBV sheet, in this they have given different columns: program name, program code, number of seats sanctioned, then number of students admitted. So you can add year 1, year 2, year 3, and you can write accordingly. Now, do's. For this metric, what we have to do to analyze merit list, enrollment list, and finalize count of admission for last 5 years. Sanction admission strength in each program versus students' enrollment for each program year-wise. Don't consider provisional admissions. Then required documents relating to sanction of intake from affiliating university, government, statutory body. merit list, enrollment list from affiliating university. Now, next question 2.1.2. This metric has 20 marks. Average percentage of seats filled against seats reserved for various categories SC, ST, OBC, Divyangjan, etc. as per applicable reservation policy during the last 5 years, exclusive of supernumerary seats. Again, the formula is given percentage per year, actual number of students admitted from reserve category. We have to insert the admitted students. Then number of seats earmarked for reserved categories as per GOI or state government rule. Then multiply by 100. Average percentage, summation percentage per year divided by 5. Now, the DVB sheet for 2.1.2, they have given column. In year, you can write the year. Then in second column, they have given number of seats earmarked for reserved category as per GOI or state government rule. Now, SC, in SC, ST, OBC, general, others. These are the columns. You have to enter the figure. Then second column, number of students admitted from reserve category. Again, SC, ST, OBC, general, others. So during that particular year, the number of strength, the number of students admitted from reserve category, you have to insert there. Rules include only those reserve categories as specified by state, central government orders for admission. Only those seats filled against the quota should be counted here. Rules. Candidates belonging to the reserve category who are admitted against general merit category should be excluded. Exclude admission to supernumerary seats. Required documents. Copy of letter issued by state government or central government indicating the reserved categories to be considered as per state rule. Translated copy in English to be provided as applicable. Final admission list indicating the category as published by the higher education institution and signed by competent authority, that is principal or head of the institution. And admission extract submitted to the state OBC, SC and ST cell every year. Initial reservation of seats, declaration for admission signed by principal. Now 2.2.2, this metric has 20 marks. The student full-time teacher ratio data for the latest completed academic year. Formula, total number of students enrolled in the institution, then divided by total number of full-time teachers in the institution. Note, this metric don't have DVB sheet. Value is automatically calculated from extended profile. Now, for this metric, what we have to do, data for the latest completed academic year. A teacher employed for at least 90% of the normal of statutory number of hours of work for a full-time teacher over a complete academic year is classified as a full-time student. Don't. See, what we have to avoid in this metric, the courses that support experimental learning through project work, field work, internship not prescribed by the affiliating university not to be included. Inclusion of part-time ad hoc visiting faculty cannot be considered. Now required documents. For this metric, certified list of full-time teachers along with the departmental affiliation of the latest completed academic year, list showing the number of students in each of the programs in the latest completed academic year. Now 2.3.3, this metric has 15 marks. Ratio of mentor to students for academic and other related issues, data for the latest completed academic year. Formula they have given, total number of students enrolled in the institution and total number of mentors in the institution. Again, in this metric also, take a note, this metric don't have DVB sheet. We need to enter value, number of mentors. Response is automatically calculated from number of students in extended profile. What we have to do for this metric, data for the latest completed academic year, only full-time teachers can be considered as mentors. Zones, Mere list of names of mentors and mentees will not suffice for this metric. Now, documents needed. Copy of circular issued by principal pertaining the details of mentor and their allotted mentees. Approved mentor list as announced by the higher education institution. Issues raised and resolved in the mentor system. These are the required documents we need for this metric. Now 2.4, teacher profile and quality. This key indicator has 60 marks. Teacher quality is a composite term to indicate the quality of teachers in terms of their qualification, teacher characteristics, adequacy of recruitment procedures, faculty availability, professional development, and recognition of teaching abilities. Teachers take initiatives to learn and keep abreast with the latest developments to innovate continuously, seek improvement in their work, and strive for individual and institutional excellence. Average percentage of full-time teachers against sanctioned posts during the last 5 years, 2.4.1. This metric has 20 marks. Average percentage per year. Number of full-time teachers, we have to insert the figure, divided by number of sanctioned posts, multiply by 100. Then average percentage, summation percentage per year, divided by 5. Now 2.4.1 PBB sheet they have given the different columns. We have to write the name of the full-time teacher, PAN number, designation, year of appointment, nature of appointment against sanction post, temporary, permanent, name of the department, total years of experience in the same institution. Is the teacher still serving the institution? If not, last year of the service of faculty to the institution. So these are the columns. We have to write the name of the full-time teacher and their details. Now do's. What is needed in this metric? All full-time teachers with at least 90% prescribed workload should be counted as full-time teachers. And don'ts. Mere appointment letters provided in regional language cannot be considered. Avoid inclusion of part-time ad hoc visiting faculty. Required document, position sanction letters, including management sanction post by principal competent authority, position fill letters, including management sanction post by principal competent authority, and then appointment letter of teachers. 2.4.2. This metric has 20 marks. Average percentage of full-time teacher with PhD, DM, MCH, DNB, super specialty, DSc, DLit during the last 5 years. Consider only highest degree for count. The formula they have given, percentage per year. The number of full-time teachers with their highest degree has to be counted and divided by the number of full-time teacher multiplied by 100. Average percentage, summation percentage per year divided by 5. Again, in this DVB sheet, the DVB sheet for 2.4.2, columns are given. Name of full-time teacher with their highest qualification, then year of obtaining degree, then in third column, whether recognized as research guide or not. In fourth column, year recognition as research guide. And in the last column, is the teacher still serving the institution? If not, last year of the service of faculty to the institution. Now do's. List of faculties having PhD, DM, MCH, DNB, super specialty, DSc, DLit, along with particulars of degree, awarding university, subject, and the year of award. And don't avoid honorary doctorates. Required documents, all the degrees, the PhD, DM stated here, the certificates of the faculty has to be uploaded. Now 2.4.3, this metric has 20 marks. Average teaching experience of full-time teachers in the same institution. Data for latest completed academic year in number of years. Percentage per year. Sum of total experience of full-time teacher in the same institution divided number of full-time teachers. Now 2.43 DVB sheet and 2.41 DVB sheets are same. Here also the same columns are given. We have to write the name of the full-time teacher, PAN number, then designation, year of appointment, nature of appointment, name of the department. Only they have focused on the experience in the same, total years of experience in the same institution. I have just marked arrow with red color. Is the teacher still serving the institution? If not, year of the service of faculty to the institution. Now do's. List of faculties along with particular of the date of appointment in the higher education institution and years of his experience. Don'ts. Work experience of the teacher in other institutions not to be considered here. Then required document, experience certificate, appointment order of all faculty members. Now average percentage, now 2.6.3. This metric has 30 marks. Average percentage of students during last 5 years. Total number of final year students who passed the university examination year-wise during the last 5 years. Percentage per year. Total number of final year students who passed the university examination, we have to insert the figure, divided by total number of final year students who appeared for the university examination. Again, we have to insert the figure of the total number of final year students who appeared for the university examination, multiply by 100. Then average percentage, summation percentage per year divided by 5. Now 2.6.3 DVV sheet. Columns are given: year, program code, program name, number of students appeared in the final year. So we have to enter, you have to enter the year, then the program code, then the program name, then the number of students appeared in the final year examination same year. Okay, during that period, same year. And number of students passed in the final year examination of that particular year. Now, only final year students' data will be considered for all 5 years of the assessment period. Required documents for this metric: result sheet published by the affiliating university, attested by the principal, certified report from control examination of the institute, indicating pass percentage of students of the final year, final semester, eligible for degree program wise, year wise. Only clear passport students have to be taken, no backlog students. Now 2.7.1. This metric has 60 marks. Online student satisfaction survey is here. The student satisfaction survey is a questionnaire that NAAC sends to their students. The question tells you how students feel about your college environment and facilities. The survey asks students related on teaching and learning process. It is an online survey which will be conducted by NAAC. The details of the students like name, class, gender, student ID number, mobile number, email ID, degree program, year of admission, then details of all students enrolled for current academic year. Now student satisfaction survey, SSS. SSS will be conducted simultaneously with EVV process. The student satisfaction survey questionnaire, 20 objective and 1 subject. For colleges, UG, PG and autonomous. Responses should be received from at least 10% of the student population or 100, whichever is less. If the response rate is lower than the limit mentioned by NAAC, the metric will not be taken up for evaluation. Now, the student satisfaction survey will be completed within 1 month after its initiation. Now, posters regarding student satisfaction survey are requested by NAAC to take the multiple copies of the poster and put them on the notice board, display board in various places in the premises of your institution for general awareness regarding student satisfaction survey to students. This is the general information given by NAAC to students. So this type of poster I have just taken out from the NAAC site. It is given there, and in which the student has to rate your institution. The questionnaire is based on the Likert type scale. That means the students will have to give responses on a scale of 0 to 4, with the most positive response being rated as 4 and the most negative response being rated as 0. Analysis of the survey is done using software which will aggregate the responses and generate the score of student satisfaction survey, which is important key indicator in overall grade of institution. Now, identity not disclosed. Students are randomly selected for survey by system. Except particular student, nobody will know which student has received the student satisfaction survey email and what they have responded. Thus, the students will remain anonymous throughout the process. More details on survey are available on NAAC website. Now, suggest improvements. In student satisfaction survey, 20 of 21 questions will be objective in nature, while one question is open-ended to elicit observations and suggestions for improvements, thereby providing an opportunity to the student to give suggestions and criticisms in their own words. The questionnaire consists of several facets of the teaching learning process. Now, student survey has 30 to 50 weightage in the scoring of institutional grade, and hence responses from students can play a critical role in determining institutional grade. It is desired that active participation of students in survey will not only empower the students but also help institution in continuous quality improvement through student engagement. Now, guidelines for students. This is given on website. I have just taken the image from there. NAAC is conducting a student satisfaction survey regarding teaching, learning and evolution, which will help to upgrade the quality in higher education. A student will have to respond all the questions given in the following format with his or her sincere effort and thought. His or her identity will not be revealed. These are in the first page they have given just they want the basic information like, please confirm this is the first or only time you answer this survey, yes or no, you have to say, student has to say, then age, college name, gender, then what degree program are you pursuing now, then what subject area are you currently pursuing, then see these are the questions. The student satisfaction survey on teaching learning process. Following are questions for online student satisfaction survey regarding teaching learning process. See such type of questions. I have just taken 2-3 questions. How much of the syllabus was covered in the class? They have given 85 to 100%, 70 to 84%, 55 to 69%, 30 to 54%, below 30. So student has to answer. How well did the teacher prepare for the class? Thoroughly, satisfactorily, poorly, indifferently, won't teach at all. How well were the teacher able to communicate? Always effective, sometimes effective, just satisfactory, generally ineffective, very poor communication. Then teacher approach to teaching can best be described as excellent, very good, good, fair, poor. So these are few questions. And like this, 20 questions are there, and one is descriptive, in which they have to give 3 observation suggestions to improve the overall teaching learning experience in your institution. So the student has to give 3 observation or suggestions to improve the overall teaching learning experience in their institution. Okay. Now types of documents and files required to be ready. Now these posters should also be displayed on the college website for the information of the stakeholders. Then types of documents, files required to be ready. Audience, statutes, letters, circulars, notices, office orders, note sheets, print of emails, minutes of meetings signed, posters, brochures, magazines, booklet, leaflets, photographs, images, audio files, video files, log files, attendance files, media reports. NAAC is not a simple deal. The process is really very challenging. The role of coordinator of the IQAC is crucial in ensuring the effective functioning of all members. She has to take many responsibilities on his or her shoulder. It's definitely a teamwork, and if we all put our hands together, I'm sure we can achieve our goal. Teamwork divides the task and multiplies the success. Henry Ford said, coming together is a beginning, keeping together is a progress, working together is a success. Thank you. Student satisfaction survey, one thing more I want to tell here. Student satisfaction survey is a questionnaire NAAC sends to the students, and it is also available in Hindi version. If any college wants other language, so they do it. Thank you.
Ask question. Darela ma'am, direct. Participants can ask
You
questions.
can raise any questions, sir.
That is what I am doing in such a way. Participants can ask
Yeah.
question to Dalila ma'am directly. Please unmute yourself and then ask question.
Good afternoon, ma'am. A very nice session. It was really very informative.
Thank you.
Getting the words from your side. This is Dr. Humaira Qureshi from Anna Sahib Gundewar College.
Okay.
Ma'am, I was just like to know, like how can we identify slow and advanced learners, especially?
Yeah, see, it's very easy. Slow and advanced learners can be identified on the basis of their result, classroom interaction, performance in the
Okay.
college internal examination. When you interact,
Okay.
you can come to know who are the slow learners and who are the advanced learners, right? And accordingly, you
Ex-
can make the strategies, right?
Okay, fine. Like accordingly, we can plan out for
Yeah,
some different sessions where we can improvise these slow learners.
yeah, definitely. Too.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. Any more question?
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yeah.
This is Dr. Pooja Ramchandani here from Mumbai, HR College. Ma'am, you told us about student satisfaction survey.
Yeah.
There is one more feedback format in the criteria 1. How is it different from SSS? Because it is talking about syllabus feedback.
Yeah, that is related only to your syllabus, and this is related to your teaching learning process.
Which
They
will
are
be
asking,
conducted by NAAC, right, ma'am?
yeah, that will be conducted by NAAC. It is an online process, madam.
Yeah, so we don't have to do it as a college, SSS.
No, it's an online. Just you can take out the prints of that questionnaire, madam, and you can ask your students. You can give to your students so that they will be familiar with those questions.
Okay,
Right?
so we can share it with our students.
Yeah, it is given on the next side, madam. No problem.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
But for AQR also now the college they have to take SSS every year. They have to design. They can take same questions.
Pardon, sir, I couldn't get it. What you are saying?
For AQR also every year you have to take SSS, and this SSS you have to design by your college. But you can take those questions which are available on the NAAC website.
Next side. Yeah, true, sir. We can take from there.
But this you have to conduct by your own college, not by the NAAC.
No, you can conduct. Pardon?
Only at the time of SSR only they will conduct that SSS.
Yeah, when you will submit your SSS, at that time, during that time only this SSS student satisfaction survey will be carried on. DVV and SSS.
But madam, now for the new online AQR also you are supposed to submit the SSS. So
Yes, sir. I have to look into it. I have to see what are the changes they have made now. So I think this in 2000 in February it came, sir. In February
If
it
you
came.
refer, madam, if you refer 4th January 2020 and even the 1st January 2020 also, there also they have mentioned that
Okay.
for the AQR you have to submit the SSS everywhere, and this SSS you should be conduct on your own.
Okay, okay, sir. So when the session will be on AQR, na, so that resource person may tell you about that. Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Ma'am, even though this question pertains to criteria 1, I just wanted to know what are the different ways in which you can take feedbacks.
For which criteria, sir?
Even though this pertains to criteria 1,
Yeah.
ma'am, what are the various methods that you take feedback forms and analyze them? What are the different ways in which you do it, ma'am?
Different base for
Ways, ma'am. It could
base for criteria 1, sir.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah.
Yeah, for that I think curricular aspects are there. That means curriculum, syllabus. Regarding syllabus, they are asking. So for from alumni students, you can take, sir. That survey can be done. From final year students, that survey can be done regarding the syllabus. That is restricted to syllabus only, sir.
Yeah, but my question is, ma'am, is Google Form one of the ways of taking feedback, or is it allowed in the NAAC thing?
Yeah, it is allowed, sir. You can go for that. No problem. Any method
Okay,
you can take, sir. No problem.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am, so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah. Hello.
ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
Am
I audible, ma'am?
Yeah, very low sound is coming, madam.
Ma'am. Ma'am.
Yeah, speak.
Ma'am, this is Dr. Vanshika Ahuja from Seva Southern College. Ma'am, I need to ask you, these days webinars are going on.
Yeah.
So many webinars are going on, and students are also participating in that. So students are getting certificates for that. So that is termed as their achievement.
Actually, this is not in my purview, you know. See, I have given the criteria too, and you can add, if the students are participating in the webinar, you can add in your descriptive answers where you can find that this is the right answer for that particular question. I think so.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any more questions, sir? Dahikar, sir? Am I audible?
Yes. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your wonderful session.
Thank you.
It was very informative, and I'm sure that we all know that this was the biggest criteria, teaching, learning, and evaluation. But I'm sure that everybody is beyond impressed by your presentation. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being such a great audience, and thank you to the organizers too for giving me opportunity to share my ideas, knowledge with everyone. Thank you. Thank you to all participants and organizers too.
I also thank participants, academicians, and scholars, and I request them to join latest by 10:45 a.m. tomorrow. And please send feedback. Period 2, send feedback in time.